I think as you succeed and excel in one gift, it opens up the door to explore what other gifts you have that you may not have even known was there. Creative people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Creatives Are Essential podcast, where we have therapeutic conversations for the creative mind. I am Christina.
It's your boy Mark Lee.
Des.
I'm Joe. Walk on, friends.
And we got Will Stitt on the, it's not the ones and twos.
In the background.
Yeah. The threes and the fours. We got Will on the threes and the fours. Before we jump in, I just, want to remind you guys that we are not into situationships on this podcast. We are committed people.
That's right.
Committed relationships. And so
Des had no idea where you were going.
I looked at you like,
I was like,
what happened?
We're going to take this opportunity to bring something out for you guys.
We're exposing the truth today, okay? If you are a current listener of this podcast, repeated listener, I mean, you should just subscribe with us. Go ahead, subscribe, leave us a comment, like, share.
Subscribe. That's what they say. I just want to do it. It only felt right. Smash that like button.
The button.
Regardless of what platform you're listening to. It's okay. Whether that's YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever, just make sure you tap in with us. Every other week, we're here dropping a new podcast. So check us out. So,
never mind.
So, today is the first day of the best month of the year.
That is right. We are recording on February 1st.
Yes.
It is Black History Month.
Black History.
Yes. It is the month of love, Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. And, I am just so honored to be born in this month as well. So
there's a lot going on this month.
Yeah, it is. I'm happy to be here. Is it just me, or did it feel like January was kind of extended? I feel like we've been in January for a while.
I don't know.
But I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's been extended, but I just feel like a lot has happened.
Yeah. I do. Now that I think about it, if I think about like New Year's, it does feel like it's so long ago.
Right.
Yeah.
It does.
But that's like a good thing. Well, at least for me, when I feel like that, it just means like you said, like a lot has happened, or I've been doing a lot or keeping busy. So I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, only 1 month, checked off. And I still got another 11 to go, because sometimes it be feeling like you look up and it's April. So
for real. So I'm you okay, Jess?
Yes.
We're not at that
it
part
goes
yet.
so fast.
We still got 11 more.
I know. I want them to count. I don't want to waste one.
Yeah.
And it just years just go by so fast,
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is true. It was like yesterday and it was 2020.
Right.
We just started going through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It just seemed like everything is one big blob that's been smushed together.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like there's been years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just.
I'm like, dang, it is 2022 now, ain't it?
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, since we're here and we have one full month completed, I think it's a good time to do check-ins,
Yeah.
And we haven't even been in this studio in a month since we did the last one. Yeah. So it just feels good to be back.
Which was a great episode, the last one. That was fun.
Oh, with Reese. That was.
Yeah.
He dropped so many gems. I literally had to rewatch it a good 3-4 times to catch some of the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah. I had several people come up to me or ask me, or no, ask me, but tell me the last episode was a good one.
Yeah.
And it was an array of ages. It wasn't just people our age. We had older people. I'm like, huh? And they not lying. But
they're not just proud of you.
Right. They're quoting stuff from the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you really did listen. You're not just oh yeah, that podcast, you and the young folks.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of y'all just spreading the gospel and spreading the stuff with creatives.
He was dropping some gems, man. And
Yeah, we love you, Reese.
Shout out to you.
It was needed.
Shout out to you. Oh yeah. I had to get some stuff in line after I went back and listened to that.
I actually met up with him the following Monday. I was like, hey, can we meet up? Just to kind of put things into perspective.
Yeah.
He said realign. Because I realized even after talking to him, there's a lot of even principles that I've kind of not slipped away from.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is why I should be doing things a certain way or whatever the case is, just to
Agreed.
make sure I'm on my
I think
cues.
I think what was dope about it is that you don't hear Black men talking like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when we say those things, or we may hint towards those type of like ideals or thoughts, it's kind of like, but y'all women be like, whatever, like it's dismissive. But when a Black accomplished married man like had check all these boxes and he's the one that's saying it, I think a lot of
it's different.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially you guys, I'm just saying you too, but just guys in general tend to like, okay, like we are same in a lot of things, let me pay attention, you know. So I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man.
I think
go ahead.
Too, it's like, because obviously Reese is older than us, so you see someone who's been successful in that realm.
He trying to call you old.
No, I'm saying
I had to like avoid mentioning age.
He's more
he's seasoned. He's mature.
Seasoned.
He's mature.
Experienced.
Yeah.
He's a vet in the game.
so even the audience that he brings is a wide variety. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. But I didn't want him to come for me when he watches this. Go ahead. Sorry.
But he's kind of like, it's like the blueprint in a sense.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, okay, it can be done. Okay, you cool. You got a wife. You got your priorities. You know, sure, I'm sure he's not perfect in any way, but you just seen it done and exemplified. Yeah. So it's like, oh, it can be done.
That's why I was so locked in, because I look at his life and I look how he's doing well in so many different areas, and I'm like, tell me how to do it.
Teach us to
teach me
to do it, please.
Yeah, man. So.
And the fact that he's a Black man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because
it just hits different.
It hits different. It's like, oh, so I'm not crazy when I think XYZ.
Right.
Should
like,
be expected in a sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was just refreshing for me to hear too.
Maturity.
Definitely.
You know, real maturity.
Yeah.
So
not that play mess.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Des.
January is done. We're in February now. But how was January for each of you guys? So let's check in. Scale from 1 to 10. You know, mentally. What are you smiling for already?
Nothing. I'm excited to do this.
Mentally, personally, and professionally, where are you guys at? I'm looking this way because Mark said he didn't want to go first. So
are we doing each category one by one?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 to 10.
We have to explain why, or we just doing numbers? Okay.
Let's see.
Do I have to write out my answer? Or like,
can I just say it up?
So it's professionally, mentally,
and personally.
I'd say professionally, I think I'd give myself a nice 7.5.
Let's take off mentally.
No halves? Oh.
And let's do creatively.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're taking mentally off.
Yeah, because that is personal. That's already in the personal category.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, gotcha.
Makes sense?
All right.
Yeah.
You good, Mark? Marcus.
Yeah, it just goes back to my evaluation. In my head, I'm just like, ooh, creatively.
Creatively.
It's okay. It's getting late, guys.
It's okay, as long as I'm not pressing any buttons or anything.
Nice.
Okay, that's good, jerk.
That happened before we started rolling, guys.
Did it?
Did it?
No, that was a part of. No, that was a part of the.
Yeah,
it's late, guys.
Sun's getting real low.
Yeah, for real. All right, so photography wise, my business, I'm like a 7.5. I think church wise, I'm probably at about maybe a 5.5, maybe a 6. I say a 6, yeah. Just because, you know, I think for me, there's such a repetition of church. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be the same thing each week. You know what I mean? Like it's worship, it's a message, and that's like the big chunk of everything. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, what do we do different here? You know, and I think sometimes creatively, it's like when you're doing the same thing over and over again for so long, because church never stops. It's every weekend. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? It can get a little blah. You know what I mean? And it's hard to kind of have a mental space where you're constantly trying to think, what can we do next? What can we do differently? How can we do it differently?
That's tough.
So I think that's the hard part as far as working with church. But that together for a combined score of, I don't know, I can't do math that fast. But yeah, those are my two professional.
7.5 and what?
6
and 6.
6.3.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How did you do the math?
7.5 and what?
and 6.
6. No, it would be more than that.
6.3.
The average.
Yeah, because
You add them together and divide by 2.
so 6 and 7 is 13. Oh, she right. 2.5. 6.2. Yeah, she right.
There's a lot happening. There's a lot of math
6.25.
happening.
I'm right.
So
She's right.
I didn't discount it. I
do math,
believe
guys.
you. I don't. That's why I have to believe you. It's like, okay, so personally.
Yeah.
Personally, look,
Can we
I'm
do
all
whole
over
numbers
the
or
place.
something?
Right? 6 3/4.
Personally, I would give myself I'll go 6.5, 7.
This is personally?
Yeah, personally, I give myself a 7. I think I'm kind of in a place of balance ish, where it's like, there's been times where it's like, okay, I like to be able to hang out with my friends, and do something that doesn't, require us to do work. But then like there's a space where I'm like, okay, I like being at the house and sitting on this couch and watching TV. You know what I mean? Like, so I think there's been that balance where it's not like I'm leaning so heavy on one that I have to go and hibernate by myself, or I'm not by myself so much that I'm like, guys, can we please go to the park or do something, you know? So I feel all right. I think I'm good there. And I think even just the fact that like my wheels still turn, like I'm still thinking about how I can do this and how I can be doing that and da. So
that's good.
Yeah. So I'm in a pretty decent place. There's things that are on my mind, that it's not always good, but they don't hold that much space. You know what I mean? They don't have a lot of real estate in my mental. So I'm digging that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good
and
stuff.
last one is
creatively.
I feel like this is a fun place for me. Again, I'm maybe I should have left the business side for creatively.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm in a fun place. I like what we've been doing. Like me and Justin came here. I think, did I mention that? That wasn't on the last show. That was after the last show. Yeah. Like me and Justin came in here and we were just taking pictures. You know what I mean?
Justin is my brother, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Justin, little hey, Christina.
He's not. He's a man.
Little C.
Young C.
Young C.
I'm not even gonna look that way.
But yeah, we just came in and just took some pictures, and it was good. It was fun, like messing around with stuff, playing with things, playing with light. He brought in his 28-70, and I'm just like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Like it was all the stuff. So
that's a lens, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and a beast of a lens at that.
Yeah, that thing is huge. By the way.
It's really nice to shoot with.
I felt like you had that's what she said lined up, but maybe you let that one slide. Okay,
I've grown.
Cool.
I've grown up. But yeah, so that's pretty much me, man. I've been on YouTube. Like, okay, here's another tutorial that I can follow along with. Here's another thing that I can be trying to do. Like the wheels still are beginning to turn more. Just to, find stuff to do. Like even with his shoes, like I posted some of the pictures that I took of Justin's shoes. And I was like, this is really nice.
Yeah, those were dope.
Yeah.
And clean.
And then you mentioned like Oscar and his page, like all the stuff he was doing with the shoes. And I had seen some other shoes on Nice Kicks and pictures like how people, I'm like, you know what? I think I want to mess around with just kind of like some, whether it's shoes or any type of product or stuff like that and play around with it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because it's just, that was really, I don't know, like it was different enough to be able to be like, all right, let's try this, So yeah, and it just kind of like
stuff.
Just find a way to frame it and pose these things, and got spam calling. Yeah, it's just been good. I'm good. I like the space we in. Well, I'm in. Excuse me. I say we as in me and my brain.
Y'all.
Yeah.
How many personalities you got in there?
Oh
We.
Lord.
Okay, I'll go next. You went in. Good job.
Thank you.
Wow, did you hear that?
Was that your finger? I heard it. I didn't know.
My knuckle. Okay, which one should I start? Professionally, I say I'm at an 8 right now. I think January was a really, really good month. Started a lot of new things. Took on some new clients, new opportunities with the show that I've been working with, The Pivot. Shout out to them.
Yes.
So yeah. So that's been cool. So it's been a lot of new things happening all at once. And some, parts of the month it was kind of overwhelming, especially when everything was just getting started. Yeah. But now I'm starting to find like that balance and how to manage all these new things happening at the same time. And with the new things comes the new money, and that's been great as well, of course.
Come on.
So we ain't there yet, but
big enough for now.
Bigger than it's been in a while. So that's always nice,
yes, indeed.
So what I say, 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So I think it's gonna progress from there, from this month. Hopefully there's no drop-offs or anything. So I'm gonna keep it at an 8. That's good. Personally, I'd say I'm at maybe like a 7, 8. Still really good, just in like a transitional period right now. Like my body is sore. We were moving or packing to move.
Yeah.
So I was packing like all last week, and then we moved on Sunday. And my God, it's just, I need to get back in shape. So like all the muscles that I forgot existed
were
in
there.
Your body,
they showed up like, hey, we still here.
Yeah, like the past couple of days, I'm like, I'm sore. Like I need to go get a massage or something.
Yeah.
And even like mentally in that regard, like the transition, it's like I feel a lot of peace in this transition. So I have to change my language. I'm staying with my mom right now until I'm figuring out if I want to buy something, if I want to like rent or whatever. And that's been interesting because it's just different to be back home.
Yeah.
But it's been good. And
the good thing is that it's because you're trying to make moves. It's not like, well, I tried
it's like
it.
Plotting.
And like,
So I was talking to Des yesterday, and I compared it to like, in Creed when Adonis moves in with Rocky to train.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like.
That's good.
So it's like, I feel like I just got this bed, this desk, and like my clothes, and I'm like focused right now. So so I love that feeling, but definitely sacrificing the comfort of all the luxuries that I had when I was on my own,
Right.
So yeah, that's why I'm like 7, 8, but I still feel good about where I am because I know I'm going somewhere with that,
Yeah.
Creatively, I'd say I'm at like a 7. I feel like creatively I haven't really been able to experiment and just play with things the way that I want to right now, or the way that I set out to at the beginning of the year. But I feel like that's going to come. It's just been because I've been busy with work and stuff. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping my passions fueled and not like, oh, I got to go do this because I need to take care of X, Y, and Z. Like I want to make sure that I'm making time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Very good.
Good stuff. All right. So I'd say personally, as of lately, it's gone up. I think before I was kind of like at a 4.55 area. And I think now I'm kind of like.
This is personally?
Personally. I'd say 6.57, more in that range.
Okay.
I feel like a big difference from where I was. I guess I'm talking more mentally since that's more personally. I was just not in a good place. A lot of new stuff and a lot of growing, a lot of discomfort, a lot of like, but as of late, I feel better.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was like growing pains type of things or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But kind of like what you said with like the real estate, like the place or whatever. Yeah. Mine was taking up all the real estate. It was like, okay, we had a shopping mall over here.
Yeah.
I was bro, I was like not in a good place. But as of late, like I feel good.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sleeping and it's like, good morning world. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel better. I'd say professionally, professionally, it goes between like a 6 to 7.5. It fluctuates. I'd say 5. Let's go 5 to 7.5.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like I have my highs of like, yeah, like let's do, and then when it doesn't happen or like it's not picking up the momentum that I would like it to have, I go down in like a
I'm the
okay,
worst. This is
yeah.
terrible.
So
I knew I
it
shouldn't have come
fluctuates.
here.
Yeah. So I began to like rethink like what is life, you know?
Right.
But I'd say in between there, but more so as of lately, like picking up stride, but still kind of like, you know, trying to figure things out. And then
wait, so where are you at today? Like as far as like, are you at a 5-ish or are you at a 7.5?
For which category?
For the one you just we're talking about
Professionally? I'd say 6.5. Smack dab in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. And then creatively, I was gonna fall into your show. I'm like creatively. I'd say again with the professionally, I think for me they kind of go hand in hand. Where I'm like, I'm constantly on social media now. Where I'm like, oh look at this. Oh, we could do that. Oh, this is a different way to do this type of thing. It's not just posting pictures. It's still pictures, but it's in a different format. Like beginning to get the wheels turning. But again, when it's not like executed or like it's passed over or like that type of thing, it's just kind of like, yeah, that was a dumb idea. But in actuality, I love the idea. You know what I'm saying? So it's like learning to like, it's not just me and my personal page anymore. It's like, okay, you have other people that have input too. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so it's not just because I like it, we do it, you know? So yeah, it's just learning that, but definitely better.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Cool. So I think I'm gonna just.
Should we get the tissue?
I was about to say, I'm like, that was a really deep breath.
This part brought to you by Kleenex.
I'll just put that there. I would say creatively.
Creatively is how.
You know what other word I can't say? Railroad. I really have to focus. I guess it's the two R's.
Railroad.
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 Now you got me thinking about it.
Railroad.
I can't say that like
railroad. You said
railroad. But I'm gonna say creatively and professionally also kind of line up for me. I was having a conversation with I think Joe and Will the other night, and then Christina sometime this week. In a sense that
is that how you did that? Sometimes this week, sometimes
no, because I can't remember the day. And you know, I talk to you like every day because we're friends. Yeah.
You don't talk to me every day. You don't talk to me every day.
Every day could be like, hey, you good? All right, bye. So I think the two go hand in hand, and I was just having a conversation with you guys in the sense of like, I don't feel like I've, you know, put my all into, you know, a lot of the work because I've been treading lightly, stretched in other areas. So as a result, it's kind of bled a little bit into my creative, professional categories, I guess. Yeah. So, you know, this time with some adjustments to my life, I'm going to even just tap into that more and push myself. That's my goal, to really see myself as, you know, a designer, creator. So I would say, I'm going to say 7. I
feel like 7's always the safest number, you know? Not knocking it, I'm saying, like, me too. It's like 7.
Because in a sense, like, even my boss the other day, like, he was, you know, really, you know, like, man, this looks really good. But for me, I was just like, but I know that could have been better. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, had I just spent 5 more, 6 more, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it could have just been better. And I think I'm more of a, like, we're all harder on ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like someone can see your work and then they're like, oh man, this is great. But for you, you just know, like, yeah, I ain't really put everything that I could have. So I think that part of me is just always going to be there. Now, if I know I put everything into it Then he's like, "Oh, this sucks." So yeah, I would say 7, 6.57. And do we ever really get to a 10?
I don't think you ever really get to one. I don't know.
I think you can be at a 10. I'm just not there.
I mean,
last week I'd say I was at like a 8.5, 9. I was feeling great.
Yeah, I think that's because we were moving. Because I was kind of on a little high too.
For me, it had nothing to do with the move. It was more like just professionally. I felt like I was really like in a groove, kind of like in a stride, you know. But I can't tell you I've been at a 10, but you know, I think there's always room for like improvement, you know. So I'll put myself at a 9, but never like a 10.
9.9 maybe.
9.9. Will, where you at? Or were you?
Wait, no, he still has to do. You gotta do. No.
Continue.
And then personally has been very challenging. I'm better now, but I think even with a lot that's been going on outside of work and creatively for the past 2 years, there's been a lot of passing and death in my family, and to people that are really close to me, my mom, my dad, godfather, you know, just recently, January 1st, my uncle passed away, you know? So, and he was, you know, one of the people that I know was one of the standing voices in my life. Like if I was going through challenges, I'll call him like, hey, you know, and talk them through, and he'll give me just different perspective. And I think the hardest part about it was that literally the day before he passed away, we spoke, you know, and he told me he was going into the hospital. So everything, it's like you take it for granted, because when he even told me he was going into the hospital, it wasn't like, oh, tomorrow I'm not gonna ever talk to you ever again. So, you know, even the next day when I got the text, it was weird, because not weird because I know in hindsight, but it was like I was working, I couldn't sleep, and as soon as I sat at my desk, I got, you know, a text that he passed away, and which that, just being honest, just sent me into like a spiral of like life. You start looking at life, and I was telling Joe, like, you start like, man, I'm such and such age, and like 5 years I'm gonna be, you know, this age, and then in 10 years I'm gonna be, whoa, and then you start.
But you felt that.
I felt
you
go
right. You start thinking,
you don't even want to think about it,
right? And then I think even we mentioned how fast life is, or how fast the time goes.
Yeah,
and it's just like we said just yesterday, we were in 2020, and now we're already in 2022. So the days are going by. So man, like before I know it, I'm gonna blink and I'm gonna be this age, and then, you know, you go on social media and everybody's passing away left and right. And then it's just like confirming everything you're already feeling, right? And just really gets you into like a dark place, you know? So, and then of course, with that, now you start to evaluate all the relationships in your life. You start to evaluate the work that you're doing. Is this purposeful? Like, am I really happy here? Do I really like this, like that?
I go through that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So you start to just evaluate the things and the people around you. But not saying I'm so much better, but I think taking time to like really come to myself and say, okay, Mark, why are you feeling this?
Yeah.
Like, why are you so afraid of? And I'm like the worst person when it comes to, I guess, depression, if I could give a name to it. Because then I start looking up like First 48 and all these crime shows. And man, how did these people that die in weird ways? I'm like, man, this world is going to hell. You know? All these dark thoughts. And then, you know, then obviously the algorithm.
Bro.
Anyways.
Yeah, they like start sending you more. Hey, you want to be more sad?
Right. Here's more.
Right. And
so true.
So I think for me, like evaluating, right? And it's helped me to get better.
Yeah.
I think the question I had to ask myself was, obviously being a person of faith, is like, all right, well, you're afraid of this. Is it because you're even questioning your personal relationship. You know, we're Christian. So like, do you feel like you and Jesus are where you're where you need to be with Jesus in case you were to pass away tomorrow? You know, and I think just me stopping and like evaluating, yeah, this is cool here. I'm making money here. I'm doing these things. But realizing like my relationship and my faith is not where I need it to be. Like, and maybe that's what's causing me to have such fear. You know what I mean? Because if I'm being real, because my attention's been, you know, split in so many areas, I don't know. I mean, I love Jesus. You know, I know he loves me, but not to make this episode about faith or anything, but if I were to pass away tomorrow, I can't say that I'd be 100% confident in that because I've allowed other things to kind of take my focus. So I think, and then being intentional, right? Like it's been like an upward climb, right? Even in the sense of saying like when you open the Bible, or for me opening my Bible to say like, all right, I'm going to be intentional about focusing and making sure like before I do anything, I'm going to read my word. I'm going to spend some time. It's hard the first couple of times because you just feel like you're kind of doing it because you feel like you have to or out of habit.
Not that you want to.
Right. And it's like, but I think even, like I said, not to make this super spiritual, but I feel like in a way God even honors that because it's like you're trying. And the more you do it, the more it's like, oh yeah, I am hearing him. I am getting back into, oh man, now I remember what this peace feels like. That all these crazy things are happening around us. But because I'm being intentional and because I'm, you know, at the feet of Jesus, like these things that were worrying me and that were weighing me down and scaring me, like I have more peace about it. Like I have like my hope, I guess, is restored again. So that's helped me to, because it's, you know, between family and then with COVID and then everywhere you turn, it's like things are happening. People,
life.
Life. And I think, not to drag this out too much longer, especially being a creative, right? Or being so attached to social media because it, in a sense, inspires us or we get different ideas. So naturally, we're going to be just exposed to so much that's happening because we're, you know, social media. So you just see it everywhere, you know, as opposed to someone who, you know, it's not their job. Right. So it's like, you know, leisure. Mentally they can be a little bit more free from that, I guess you could say. Yeah. But yeah, long story short, I would say I'm a solid, personally, I would say maybe like a good 6.5. You know, and I think that the lesson I've learned in it is being okay with being where I am, but not staying there too long. Giving myself grace to say, like, hey, this is how you feel today, but this isn't gonna last. Like, don't beat yourself up for feeling this or going through this, but, you know, make sure you find time for fellowship and make sure you don't isolate yourself in a, you know, it's easy even as a creative to, it's good because we're already isolated, right, with our computers working. And so when you're going through life situations, it's even more easier to just keep it to yourself because you're used to being in a room by yourself. So it's important to have fellowship and friends, community. And, you know, people that, you know, are gonna, hey, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. You good? Yeah. You know. So
I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. You good?
I'm good. Yeah. So, you know, like they say, check on your strong friends. Because, you know, we're all fighting battles. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, where are you at?
I'm like sevens across the board. It's like, you know, things aren't amazing, but they're not terrible either. So, you know, I'm satisfactory. Well, I mean, I say satisfactory.
Seven.
I am. I mean, you know, we just had this life change. We moved out of our apartment. Yeah. And Christina, Cece, and me, for those who don't know, we were roommates for 2 years. And 2 years. So, you know, it was a good experience. And there's always this feeling of just when a chapter is closing, it's kind of a little emotional, but it's not sad. It's just like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's bittersweet.
Like this is over now, but this was good. You know, every day wasn't great. There were trials and stuff in that time period, in that span, jobs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, we got here to this point, you know?
Yeah.
Last day of school vibes.
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
I'm hearing remember the graduation song by Vitamin C?
As we
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you know,
who was the last one to leave? Like, did you do the Fresh Prince like switch?
Sort of.
Yeah, I think I was the last one to walk downstairs.
Yeah, because I went to go check the mail, and by the time I came back, you had just closed the garage.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Like,
we were off.
Bye, washer and dryer.
Good times in that apartment too.
Yeah,
I'm still having to remind myself that when I leave here today, to turn right on Commercial and not left.
It's weird.
Like,
it's so weird.
It's only gonna take me maybe 10 minutes. It's not even gonna take me 10 minutes. It's gonna take me like 5 minutes to get home now.
Yeah.
So Joseph and I are roomies now, by the way.
Far away.
Yes,
it felt
very
like.
far.
So it's nice to be back closer to everybody else. I just felt like we were so isolated, you know?
Yeah. So now Joseph and I are roomies. I'm staying with him in his humble abode. And
gang.
Bachelor's pad.
Yeah.
Hey.
Stupid.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think Des is more excited.
I don't know why.
She is.
Than you.
I think that's so good.
It's nice to wake up and already be close to where you need to be that day. It's not because I think I'm realizing now how much energy it took. I guess I just got used to it, but how much energy it took is like, let me get up, get ready, so I can make this journey on into town. Type
That's how it felt for real.
Yeah.
Going into town.
Legit, that's how it
There goes
felt.
the baker with his tray. Always.
Oh,
that's how it felt, man. Like, and like you said, like you don't even realize it. You just get so used to it. But when I left here yesterday, I got home. No, I made 2 stops because things are just so convenient. I can make stops on the way home.
Right.
And it still only took like 30 minutes to get home with those 2 stops. I'm like, this is great.
Much better.
Yeah, it's just nice to be close to my people again.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like we're all on this end now. Like before we were like almost, half and half, I guess. Like all the way down there. Like, you know, it was already
we're on one half.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's just really cool because like now we're all in the same space.
Right.
You know?
So there's no reason why we
so
shouldn't be able to
centralized.
see each other more.
I feel like we see each other a lot, though, considerably. I mean, not as much as I would like.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. I be getting excited to see y'all.
His head went to you. Your head went here. I'm like,
What?
we get together for maths.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you look at me?
And I was just saying, I know you
Married
like
at first
you
sight.
like your space, so it's like
I definitely like my space, but I could, you know.
yeah.
It's funny because speaking of Married at First Sight get-togethers, it's like when people are like, hey, like I've been asked several times, like, hey, what are you doing Thursday night? Can you do something, blah, 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 whatever it is. And I'm like, oh, I have
That's maps night.
with my friends. They're like, what's that? Married at First Sight. We have a watch party. They're like, okay.
Is it a party?
It's a hangout.
It's a hangout. Okay.
I think we could party it up.
Okay, Miss 8 o'clock.
I met a spot. Never mind. I told him I was gonna come for him on this podcast.
Y'all gonna be nice. So okay, moving forward to the next thing. As of what was that? A couple days ago, they met Rihanna and
Yeah, they announced it.
and ASAP Rocky announced that they was having a baby.
Yep.
What a beautiful.
The rumors
thing.
were out a few months ago, but I'm sure she was just like,
Well, the belly was out a few days ago.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny
Yeah.
how
I like what you did there. That was nice.
I think it's funny how that shoot that they did with her in the pink jacket with her stomach showing. Like, I forgot which news platform it was, but it was kind of like Rihanna showing off her belly as they stroll down, whatever, as if like it wasn't supposed to be a shoot. Like, do you think she was really
Just
wearing
out
that?
here with
Or she was trying to make a statement? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just like, it's cold outside. Remember the coat they was wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
They got to sell it. That's why. They,
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, we get it.
Was it a magazine? Because usually they might do that. Like
I don't remember the
article.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Either.
Yeah, but it was the
What
one
they
that
call
I
it?
saw.
Clickbait. That's what it is.
Clickbait's not even clickbait anymore. That's it's clickbait used to like actually be clickbaitish, but now
You already know it's clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you
it's
don't
so
fall for
obvious
it.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
This really doesn't make sense. Like it's not that serious, but like this is YouTube channel that it just keeps coming up like on my YouTube feed, and it's always the most clickbaitish titles. You'll never believe how college football is going to be changed by this.
That's so annoying.
Like,
And you click it.
and I be clicking it. It's like because I just want to know the information, but I remember even seeing in the comments, like someone's like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna watch the videos. You don't have to do like all this like extra stuff.
Right.
We're gonna watch it."
Yeah.
That's all, yeah. I don't like that.
Don't do that, guys. Okay.
Just put a regular title.
Be real.
I mean, clickbait be working though.
It depends.
I mean,
Depends on what it is. We
If it's
going
untasteful,
way
yeah.
off.
Yeah. Sorry.
sorry. I guess that was
Anywho, so
Riri
that
and
brings me
ASAP.
back to Rihanna and Travis Scott's doppelganger.
Yeah.
What they look alike, don't
The
they?
funny thing is,
Hey.
I used to get them confused all the time.
Exactly.
Wow.
They both got the little hair thing, and they,
But
they.
I feel like ASAP Rocky was out first, right? So
He was.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
was.
when Travis Scott did it, I was just like, that's his thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, all
but
these rappers copy each other anyway.
that's
so
true.
They're all the
So
same.
Rihanna ain't put out an album in like how many years now, right?
I think it's like 17 years now.
Shut up. and with her success with Fenty and like all the business ventures she's been doing, you can tell obviously that's not her focus. But now that she is pregnant, about to have a child, do you think we will ever get another album from her?
I think
I think
down the
so.
line she may do something cute with her kids.
I was just gonna say that.
Like-
Oh my
so
gosh.
like Adele did, like with her daughter, her son, like
I was just gonna
him
say
playing
that.
or her playing something like I'm singing with my kid, you know, like something like that. But I can't see her like being the Rihanna that we like.
She's not
I
gonna
do.
like Tiana Taylor it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna take a break, but I mean, Beyonce ain't slowed
But she
down.
been
But
taking
she
a
hasn't,
break.
she hasn't
She's
done
not.
music
Nothing.
in
Years.
It hasn't
years.
been that long. When was Work? What year was that?
Work.
A while ago.
That ain't been that long.
How many?
It had,
Like
I'm gonna say like
2017?
5. I'm gonna say 5 years. I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess 5 years.
I think she's gonna take a break, be a mom
Take
for a
a
little
break?
while,
She's a fact checker today.
or continue
Yeah.
her break, I guess.
Yeah.
and be a mom. But I feel like artists like her never
16.
truly
15?
resign
16,
from
16.
that,
16
Yeah.
from music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
2016.
I could be wrong, but I don't think she's done. I
Two-
think she just wanted to explore other ventures.
I think for me, I think that she has moved on to other creative spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
agree
think
with
for
that.
her, she's like music is in the rear view a little bit. Like it might be something that she does as like for fun, but I don't think she's gonna be in the music business.
So she is a true creative. Like
That's
music gave her the platform to do the other things that she wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what I think. Wait,
But do you think that she went into it thinking that, or it just happened to like unfold that way?
I think it naturally unfolded that way.
Yeah.
I don't think she was super intentional about, all right, I'm gonna go and get set up with
Yeah.
music, and then once I got the audience, then boom, Fenty.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it just
I don't know enough about her, but I'm thinking like she found something else that she was personally interested in.
Yeah.
Like makeup and fashion and stuff like that. And it's like, you know what? I have some money here. Let's try some stuff. And it's like, you know what? I'm finding, okay, you know what? No, we don't have enough makeup for, you know, women of color. You know, we're going to do da-da-da-da-da and just do one thing after another. That's how I see it.
Where did her celebrity just take off from? Because when she came out, I never thought she was like this.
She was a run of the mill for me. To be honest, when she first came out, like she was just like another singer.
Yeah.
Like, she was just another.
Because what was it? Umbrella?
No.
No, it was Pon de Replay.
Pon de Replay. The
Singing.
Yeah.
Turn your music up.
Yeah.
There was Umbrella. There was Take a Bow. That was one.
Unfaithful.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. How does that go?
You look so dumb right now.
That's Take a Bow.
No, let's Take a Bow.
Because
I know that he knows I'm unfaithful and it can't
Oh,
say
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the best cheating song ever.
Is it?
Well, I think
Yeah.
I think Take a Bow was pretty good.
You think that's better?
But
than
she's
No,
literally
she's
like
not.
describing
She's not.
it.
She's talking about somebody else cheating
Yeah.
and Take a Bow. And Unfaithful, she's the cheater.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go back and
TLC?
listen to that.
Oh, yeah, that's a
What
good
about,
one too.
and then, who was it?
She did Creep
Sierra, if I was,
She did
If I was
Like a Boy?
Like a Boy is
Oh, you talking
talking
about
about somebody else doing it, not
Oh.
being the actual cheater.
I think Creep gotta be.
I'll give you Creep. I'll give you
But
Creep.
I don't think like her voice was like Rihanna got a voice. I just think it's what she carried. Like she had
What
the
she
pop
carried.
type. No. You know what I'm saying?
I think
So it's
I
like
think it's
she had
just-
hits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not like her voice is like,
Nah.
yeah, she.
Vocally.
She,
yeah.
what was the other girl? You've been waiting so long.
Cassie.
I'm here to answer
I was
your
putting her in
phone.
that category.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
she was just kind of like someone that was hot for a little
Yeah,
while.
and honestly,
then-
around that same time, I think Beyonce was at that same level with Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like they weren't. Beyonce wasn't Beyonce like she is now
Yeah.
back at that time.
I
It
feel like
wasn't
she was
until-
always Big Sister though, like
She was
kind
big
of the thing
sister, but
too.
as far as fame goes, she wasn't like
It wasn't until Single
dominant.
Ladies for her. Because
Yeah.
I think
what year was that?
Irreplaceable.
Oh, that was
Irreplaceable was like
2014?
kind of like the catapult
Mhm.
for Beyonce,
think.
but Single Ladies was
next level.
that was.
And
what
then
took
by
it
the
off
time
from there.
Lemonade came out,
Oh yeah.
game over.
Didn't that crash iTunes? It was
I
either
think
that
so.
or the
No,
self-titled. Yeah.
Because it came out on Tidal first.
did
No, but which one was the one with Love on Top? Which one was that?
That was self-titled.
Yeah, that was. They said it crashed the iTunes servers because she just dropped it. She didn't. It was a surprise.
Oh, it was a surprise drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hearing about a surprise
That's
drop. I didn't know the
crazy.
album.
Yeah. Only Beyonce. She was the one who like really started that trend. Just like, surprise.
Yep.
guys.
Yeah, and it was a whole visual album too.
Right.
I hate to bring a thing up, but do we think the controversy with her and Chris Brown like kind of catapulted? Because I just don't see how.
No, because that was early on.
I don't.
No.
I don't see like it's just one day all of a sudden Rihanna.
I think because when she started off, she was like, oh, a young girl, Robin, whatever, that singing her little songs. But then like she changed and had like this sex appeal, and that sells. Because
Yeah.
all of a sudden her album, I forgot the name of it, but she had like long wavy hair, and it was like, oh, like nice Rihanna. And then like she transitioned, her hair was cut into like this pixie cut, and she was wearing red lipstick and like barely anything, and it's just kind of like, oh, Rihanna.
Right.
And I think that kind of like
It could
you know,
just be a
propelled
good
her.
marketing team. She just had a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because again, it's not like her voice is like,
Huh?
She's
Yeah.
not-
All right, if that's the case, then Chloe Bailey on her way. 'cause-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And that's
Yeah,
the
she
thing,
ain't got
like
nothing on.
what makes A-list celebrities? Because as celebrities progress, they do kind of get placed into certain categories, and you see like A-list, B-list, and so on and so forth. So it's like a Chloe Bailey, the circle she rolls in right now. I think she's, if not A-list, she's about to be like
I think
just.
she's A-list. Yeah.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Well, I think
I
she
don't know
will be.
enough about her, so therefore she can't be A-list. You know, because
Because you're the judge.
right.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
if it's not on my radar, then sorry, man.
I feel like her sister might get there first because
No,
she's
I'm
gonna
missing.
be the Little Mermaid
Possibly.
If she
Possibly.
sells it,
if she sells it.
if it's good, if it's not, then
I don't
no.
think
so. Right.
I don't think either.
Go ahead. No. This is hot takes with Des. Go ahead.
When she starts touching that ear.
When she starts scratching something, you know she's trying to hold it back.
I like them more so like because they got locks, and that's how I first was introduced to them. I was like, oh, look at them, but like I don't see them as being like A-list. I don't know
Well,
why. I think
let's-
Chloe's trying because like she completely like shifted personas. Like she's just out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
think she's definitely trying, but like I can't see it.
To me, to be A-list, that means everybody know who you are, period.
Right.
Like regardless of what's, racial group, you rich, poor,
Like
all that,
household name.
You are just a house. Michael Jackson, A-list.
Yeah,
Like
Beyonce. Yeah.
A-list.
Will Smith.
Drake.
Only reason I knew
Yeah.
about what is it, Chloe and
Chloe and Haley.
which one is the one that's the Little Mermaid?
Haley.
Haley. I only knew about her because she was cast as Little Mermaid. I didn't know about them as siblings.
And
they were not on. I didn't even watch that show, so they were not on my radar at all. So, I mean,
so they can't be A-list.
I'm just saying, like, again, you got to be a household. Like, everybody know your name. Like, not saying that you don't have a backing, because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that know who she is.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can say A-list though.
Yeah, I just don't see
it's like us, like we're A-list podcast,
right?
Exactly.
Everyone, we're a household name,
exactly.
And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for?
So when it comes to Rihanna, I don't see her going back to music.
Yeah,
not for real.
Nah,
I think she will. She's at that stage where even if she does it for fun is still gonna be millions, at least for her.
Her net worth as of right now is 1.7 billion.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Billion.
But, like, she don't need to.
Yeah.
With a B.
Do you feel like there's been any other substantial or influential figure that has used their platform to get to something else?
Kanye West.
Kanye.
Oh, true. Yeah. Music.
Kanye.
That music led to fashion.
Yeah.
I just think that's natural, because I think as you succeed and excel in one gift, it opens up the door to explore what other gifts you have that you may not have even known was there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a gateway.
Would you say Jay-Z?
Yes. But I feel like Jay-Z was always a businessman.
Yeah,
just
that's
with
what I was
drugs
thinking.
first.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah. Just illegally.
Propelled him into what?
What?
Who, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has several different
business.
he's a businessman all around.
Oh,
Like, he has his hands in several different things.
Yeah. Rihanna's kind of like a female Jay-Z.
I know Magic Johnson with basketball. Now he's
and LeBron.
Oh
yeah, LeBron's a really good one.
Just dropped his own liquor, right? I think today.
LeBron did?
I think so.
I saw a post today.
Yeah, but even
LeBron
on the media side,
LeBron.
you know, with Uninterrupted and Spring Hill Entertainment and all that stuff, their movies, TV show series, you know, so he's definitely one of those people.
Does he own Blaze Pizza, or does he just have stock in it?
He has stock in it.
Okay.
You know, but is there anything that you guys would want to like get into, given the platform to kind of make that leap?
Yes, real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of interested in that. It's weird because
he answered fast too.
Yeah, he was ready.
I'm taking
Like,
this.
come in, coach.
I'm taking this class on like first time homebuyer class thing. It's so you can qualify for down payment assistance, but you have to take the course in order to qualify. But you know how some things it's like you got to force yourself to do. It's like, oh my God, I don't feel like doing this. I'm actually kind of interested in it, and it's like, you know, normally stuff might be kind of boring. But I'm like, this might be something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Something,
I can see that
and especially something that can be fun, not mundane, you know, and make some money, some good money. So
what you need to do is get into real estate photography. And then once you make all the connections, then you, boom, make that leap.
No.
Hey, that's some good money in real estate photography.
It is.
There
is very
is,
good
but
money.
honestly, I don't have no connects for that right now.
Yet.
Yeah, there's.
I feel like you gotta have connects though, like with realtors and stuff. And
I mean, that's not. They're not too hard to find because there's realtors everywhere. You know,
you offer your services for free for the first 2
So
times.
I guess I just don't want to. Then maybe I should just.
Okay. So I'm like, I know. Okay, if you don't want it.
Y'all, based on what y'all are doing right now, what do you think? Based on what you guys are doing right now, can propel you to something else?
Can I spin it?
I don't know.
No, you go.
Well, not spin it. I think it goes hand in hand. But I've always said if I could go back, kind of along the lines of what Will said, I would more so do like home. Like I'd be like a designer, planner, one of those people, or like
interior designer,
or you know people who like flip homes and like
yeah
with staging and all right, this has to go. You know, like that stuff. Like you said, just never. I'm never bored of it. You know what I mean?
And especially when you got like HGTV and Fixer Upper and all that. So
I think I would do something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if I have like a specific word, like what you guys are saying, but I just I think with what I'm doing now is teaching me a lot. So just kind of like using that for my own benefit, for my own brand, if you want to call it that. But
you don't gotta do that.
Okay.
You are the brand. The brand is you.
But doing something like with a renowned clothing company, like
Ivy Park. Oh, I guess that's not the company. Never mind. That's just a line. Sorry.
Yeah, but just like something with
Nike
clothing,
Adidas.
like fashion, like that type of thing.
H&M.
Shaq.
Target.
That's a great story, though.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Adidas.
Well, not necessarily.
Let's keep saying more brands, guys. Come on.
Fashion.
But yeah, I would like to
H&M.
do something along those lines.
Like be a designer? Like design the clothes itself?
I never thought about that because I figure like you have to know how to sew. Like you actually have to
Sketch. I mean,
half of these people that be having lines, they don't know nothing about that.
there's a show that you would like. I forget the name of it. Dressing Hollywood. Or I'm gonna send it to you. It's on Netflix. You'll love that show.
Yeah.
I'll find it out. But
So that's my kind of answer to it. I don't know if there's like a word to it, but like I can see myself like
Somewhere in the fashion industry.
Yeah, with like, just wearing this brand stuff. Like that's my, thing.
could you see yourself as like a celebrity stylist, or you want to specifically work with one brand?
That's food for thought.
Well,
I haven't thought
She's
about
gonna
it.
sit on it. She's gonna sleep on
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
gonna chew on that.
Yeah. I don't have nothing. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to think this whole time. I can't think of nothing right now.
I think I would want to get into media even deeper than I am. I think the thing that kind of opened the door for me was obviously design, photography, video. But it's allowed me to start building connections in like the producing world and all that stuff. But like I think a goal of mine has always, or a dream of mine has always been to have my own like network. Yeah.
Like Oprah?
Storytellers.
Yeah. Like that. But now, now I guess
Oprah.
due to the way media or how we consume media is changing, maybe not like a network, but like a streaming service or a platform where I can like put other things in there. So I would eventually get away from, the photography, branding, taking on clients and all that stuff, and get more into the business aspect of that. I've always been into business, so I'm just using,
Consulting.
Not necessarily. I'm just using. I've always been intrigued by business and how like the different business moves that people make, like a LeBron or Issa or even Rihanna. Like I'm looking at those moves, but I'm using where I am right now to kind of build those connections with important people and developing those relationships so that like which one can help me get to where I want to get to,
Yeah.
So
I can see it.
Thanks. I can see it too.
I think if I had to choose a second one, I would say branding. Because when it comes into the business side, I just love how you can put a brand together and just create a whole identity for a thing, for a company or a podcast or whatever it may be.
Me personally?
No, me.
Oh.
I'm saying, but what you said, when you said about business,
gotcha.
that reminded me of that too. Like even blending, and I think that might be partly why I like graphic design, why I have an interest in that as well. Because all of those things can kind of work together.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. I feel
Good
that.
stuff.
I feel that. All right. Well, before we go, we haven't done this in a while, but look at the faces.
Can I go
Name
first?
one thing that inspired you this week. Go first, Will.
Whatever you say, I'm gonna say. I was gonna say that. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I have one.
Dang. I thought it was gonna be a different question. I don't know why.
What did you think she was gonna have?
I don't know. I thought it was like a creative confession or something.
Oh, okay. Joe, go ahead.
When Des opened up her phone and she looked at Rihanna's net worth and I saw 1.7 billion.
That inspires you.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I can go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I kind of inspired myself. Only because
Kanye.
I am my
At
own
the Grammys, I said I inspired me. Go ahead.
So I had to shoot my first event by myself, like photos and stuff. Hella nervous. You know, was like, ISO, aperture, shutter, what? You know, all the things. But it went really well. The stuff, I didn't think that I got anything good because I'm like, oh, this is crap. But when I actually like put it on my computer, I was like, this is got some things here, you know, and I shot it and I actually edited it on my own, and then it got approved, and it just
it looked good.
I was like, yeah, and you saw it, so I was like,
I ain't see it.
I didn't see it either.
I saw it.
Wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks for not sending so that we can all, you know. How was I supposed to know that she took them?
Oh, I didn't know you were.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm not going bring this.
That's right.
I'm
It was
so
dumb.
proud.
It was stupid. No, but just thinking, I was just being like really nervous. I'm
Where
not a
is it?
photographer, you know, but I'm like, look how the people are like, look at the depth of field there. You know, it just came out better than I thought. You know, to the average person, it's kind of like, yeah, this is a photo.
yourself.
But yeah, I surprised myself. So
People will be, like you said, to the average people, it's just a photo.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay. Good stuff.
Thanks.
All right, photographer.
Yeah.
Don't leave me hanging. Don't
Oh,
leave me
I
hanging.
didn't see
All
it, I
right.
didn't see it,
When
I
you
didn't see
when
it.
you posted the your story, you're like, here goes nothing or something like that.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
I
was doing.
clap. And you
Yeah.
You ain't even like say thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. But yeah.
Let's not steal more of her moment. Okay, we are proud of you. We are definitely proud of you.
Thanks.
You are blossoming into the creative director that you always had in you.
Thanks, guys.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm gonna accept it.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
Proud of you.
You just,
No, let's move on.
You just
I
declined
know.
it.
We were on me for too long.
For me, January was really cool because I got to see a few of my friends, maybe a good 2 or 3 of them, getting new opportunities and new jobs and all that stuff, and stuff that they didn't expect to happen.
Yeah.
So it was like it kind of set the tone for the rest of the year. And I'm always like, well, man, God, if you could do it for them, you can do it for me. And not to make it about me, because I am really, really happy for them. But like when you see your friends in one, you know, at one stage and then they just get propelled to the next level, it just fills my heart with joy. And it motivates me for sure. So
That's good.
I was definitely
What
inspired
happens
by
to
that.
one of us?
Happens to all of us, you know? We in this together.
That's right.
Yes.
Proud
Bad
of you
boys for
guys.
life.
Creative for life.
Bad marriage for life.
Oh,
What you say?
Cringe.
that was such a cringe moment.
Bad
Ugh.
marriage for life.
That uninspired me.
Yeah.
Stay single.
So
my
you don't
friends.
got one?
I was really trying to search, man. I got nothing in
I
me.
was inspired by you with those pictures that you took of Justin.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm gonna just give you mine, okay?
Thank you.
You just rent that one.
I'll run with that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you for checking us.
Oh.
You said you ain't.
No, Rihanna.
Oh, that was it.
That was it, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for checking us out. Appreciate you. And you should follow us on Instagram at creativesareessential. Follow us on TikTok. Tip top.
Tippity top. Y'all remember when that was the thing? Yeah. The nay-nay?
Do it again.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
We can talk about this offline. Follow us on Instagram at creativesareessential. Check us out on TikTok, and also get you some merch, creativesareessential.co. But yeah, stay plugged in on Instagram because that's when we release all the drops and everything. That's when you're going to know what's going to happen. So appreciate you guys. I am Christina.
It's your boy Mark Lee.
Des.
And I'm Joe. Walk on, friends.
And we will catch you on the next one. Later.
It's supposed to be later, friends.
Bye.
Part 2.
World gone, friends.